Greetings, family. Grand Rising, Joyous Rising. Welcome back and welcome back to me. It is Tuesday, March the 21st, 2023. It is the second day of spring, a time of the season of new beginnings. And I know I've been away for 2 weeks. I've been away for 2 weeks because I had a strike on my YouTube channel for defending number 45 and for some of the things that I've said in response to loving our country. And as a result, I got a strike. They took down my channel, not my channel, but my video. And then they went back and retroactively reviewed some of my videos and took those down. But we are victorious. I'm back and I'm happy. I'm better. I'm stronger. I'm rejuvenated and revitalized. So you all know Mother Price. She is a gold star mother. Hi, welcome, Mother Price.
Hi, everybody. Happy spring.
Happy spring. She's going to talk to us today about our health being our wealth as we spring into a new season. And she's brought some wonderful guests. So, again, family, thank you so much for being patient. And thank you very much for holding the line, calling me, texting me, sending me wonderful, encouraging, high vibrational messages. I love you so much. And we do this for you. So, having said that, I'm turning over the reins to Gold Star Mother, our mother here in this movement, Mother Susan Price.
Thank you, Dr. Kia. Hello, listeners. Hi, family. Yes, I wanted to introduce, and everybody knows that I do all this work, but my real job is to work in health and wellness. And we have to keep everybody high vibrational as well as health and ready for the med beds when we do get them. But we don't know when that will be. So until then, I have two of our guests here that I'm connected with, Curativa Bay. Bill is the owner and founder, Bill Mahar. Hello, Bill.
Hello, how are you today?
And Bill's an engineer and the creator of the projects. And we also have Dr. Elia Green. She'll be back in a moment. She had to step away for a second, but when she returns, and she's a DO, so she is a doctor, and she can attest to these products. And as always, we always use the best and most organic wellness products. So, and with that, I will have Bill. Can you pull up the website, Dr. Kia?
Okay.
I sent it to you yesterday.
Yes, ma'am. And just for the record, a DO is a medical doctor, correct, Mother?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, she is. I think she had an important phone call, so she should be back any second. She said she can't hear anything.
She can't hear anything?
Yeah, let's see.
I'm going to pull up the website where I've been in YouTube jail, family. But I'm back. I'm back. Grand Rising. Mother, I'm looking for this website here. Ooh, where is it? Let me see if I can pull it up.
Go to my email from yesterday that I sent.
Okay. I pulled it up and I'm trying to look for it on my screen at the top. Hello, family. We're so glad to see you. Again, Mother Susan Price is going to talk to us about health and wellness as we spring into a new season.
There you go.
Yes.
And Bill is the creator of these products made in America.
Wow.
And in the Tampa Bay, Florida area.
Okay.
So, Bill, what did you want to start with first? The seeds?
About what?
Did you want to start with the seeds, or what did you want to start with?
Well, we can probably the hypochlorous would probably be best. I got some news for the hypochlorous EPA that I can share.
Oh, first of all, I want to introduce Dr. Elia Green because she's back. She was having technical difficulties. Hello, Doc.
Good morning or afternoon, depending on the time zone. How is everybody?
Wonderful.
So thank you for having me, Dr. Kia. Wonderful to be here with y'all.
And And let everybody know who you are, Doc.
I am a physician traditionally trained in internal medicine. And actually, I trained in Jacksonville at the Level 1 Trauma Center there, 96 to 99. And then I went on and did an infectious disease fellowship. And I got a master's in public health and epidemiology out at University of Washington in Seattle after that. And I finished in 2003, and I was originally right after my training on faculty at University of Washington teaching. I was an HIV expert, among other things, and a nationally recognized speaker for Merck, among other drug companies, and a vaccine advocate. And this is a long time ago, and I've really changed my understanding and belief systems and my practice of medicine a lot over the last, to say the least, 20 years. I was the medical director of one of the largest jails in our country for 15 years in different capacities. I served in Tampa, Florida.
Wow.
And but since 2015, and I would say is probably the best year to say, and forward, I've really been devoting my time and energy to understanding and practicing alternative or holistic or integrative medicine. I'm licensed in Florida and Alabama, and I see patients in both states. And right now I'm in Alabama.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So with that, I wanted everybody to hear Dr. Green's background so that, she's very familiar with all the viruses and bacterial and infections and all that. And as well as Bill, the engineer, the creator of these products, sorry. Prime was just messaging me.
Oh,
Yeah.
should I send him? I'll send him an invite.
He was just messaging me. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Got distracted. We ran into him the other day and had lunch. It was the funniest.
Oh, that's
thing.
awesome.
Yeah, it was funny. But so getting back to the program here. Okay. Doc, Bill was just going to introduce and talk about the hypochlorous. And if you could pull that up, Dr. Kia, a little bit, the hypochlorous. And Bill, introduce it, but I want Doc to also talk about the medical side of it.
Okay.
How far up, Mother?
It's right down a little bit.
Okay. Hydrochlorous here, skin therapy?
Yeah, the skin, but it's also the spray. I think you had the big one up at the top. Is that it, Bill? Right there in the container?
The one on the left is the hypochlorous skincare products. We're rebuilding the website right now.
Okay.
We have so many products now that we need to start putting them in different areas together. So organize it a little bit better. That'll be helpful.
Yeah, and then I want Alaya to talk about everything it does. But go ahead, Bill. Lead us into that.
Before you get into it, Bill, some people are asking, who can afford this? Who in the heck can afford it? But I don't even think they've seen the prices yet.
Oh, it's not expensive.
It's not expensive.
Okay.
The skincare products we make are selling in similar products like this that are all natural and organic for over $100 in a lot of places. We're keeping our prices down on that. But hypochlorous is how we started this. I come from the engineering world. 18 years, had my own engineering company, and
quickly, Bill, before preventive medicine is not as costly as being sick.
Well, that's true.
I just wanted to say that.
That's true.
Well, also, I might add too, because I completely appreciate the comment more than people might know. But if you're buying currently sanitizers or remedies for colds or remedies for your house or cleaning products, then you can afford this because it will be less money and more effective. So, even if you just could afford the hypochlorous skin spray, with shipping and whatnot, it's around $30 for a
Mhm.
bottle. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we
just to put it in perspective, or there's smaller bottles too. So,
well, we're just getting into the show. So
Okay.
yeah,
let's
I
do
know
the
that was a
show.
concern, and I
Yes.
don't want people to
Concern.
be worrying this is going to be in, thousands of dollars or hundreds when
Yeah.
everyone's really strapped for money right now.
Yeah, and once we get into it and just show you what's going on here, you can ask questions. We'll take some questions. Okay.
Okay.
And if you want, you can scroll down to the bottom real slow and then back up again, and people can
Okay.
get on the website. And by the way, Dr. Kia,
Yes,
if
ma'am.
anybody is interested in the products, the code would be Kia, K-I-A.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Bill, please, if you would reiterate.
So I guess we'll start off with how I found this product. After I sold my company, I found this totally by accident. It happened over a 4-day period. It was unstable, which meant there was no set shelf life in Fort Lauderdale, and in Washington State, 4 days later, it was stable. So these are two different places. It's a long story on about that, but I thought it was a calling, actually. I never heard of it before this. If you go back into the 1800s, it won the Nobel Prize in actually 1909 for saving over 20,000 lives on the battlefield during World War I, stopping infections. It's the strongest antimicrobial antiviral you can get. As far as skincare, it's the best anti-aging product you can get, and it anti-ages by exfoliating the old skin with the mild acid, and it causes the new skin to grow. And it's actually made inside your body, and it's made inside your body by the electricity and the salt and the water that you have in your body, and it is there to get rid of or to heal cuts, burns, viruses, colds, things like that. That's how God put it into your body. We make it the same way, and we have two different divisions with this. The skincare is almost the same as the disinfectant. Disinfectant's just a little bit stronger. That's been approved by the EPA a couple of years ago for, making claims against viruses from COVID all the way up to MRSA, C. diff, and even polio. So, and we just got another approval the other day, which we're all pretty happy. We're going to change our labels. We got an unlimited shelf life according to the EPA. We can make claims against every virus that's known. And because viruses are so similar, any new viruses, maybe weaponized viruses, are also, healable, curable, whatever you want to call it. We supply hospitals and restaurants a lot with the gallon size. They use a fogger that we clean. It's a U.S. that we make. It's a U.S. made fogger, and you could fog a regular room like the size of a normal living room in about 4 minutes, and it kills all bacteria, all viruses. And it's just an amazing miracle of a product. It's all natural. I don't think there's another disinfectant on the planet that you can actually, if you were to drink it, it wouldn't hurt you.
And Bill, let me jump in for a second. Bill is talking about the hypochlorous.
Yeah.
Just in case the listeners got sidetracked, it's hypochlorous, and you can also spray it in your skin, your eyes, your face. I've used it in my eyes because of allergies, and it's amazing for acne. It's really amazing product.
Well, one of the things I wanted to bring up before I forget is, we've been making this, we call it saline solution with hypochlorous. It's just a regular nasal bottle like that, nasal sprayer. And we've been doing it for a long time because we saw it work. And now Stanford University came out with this study here. It's entitled "Stanford Medicine Scientists Pinpoint COVID-19's Viruses Entry and Exit Ports Inside Our Noses," which means that, Dr. Lai, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but it means that typically all viruses enter through the nasal passage. And if you're going to spread it to somebody else, you would spread it through the nasal passage. the nasal sprays that we have right now is very successful at prevention. You just use it when you're in a big crowd after maybe an airplane flight, whatever. Just take a couple sprays up your nose, and that's all you have to do. And it's gentle. It's actually it's our biggest seller right now.
Yeah, that is the biggest seller. And since we're right there with the skincare line. I know I love the Rose skin cleanser and the serum that it wakes your skin up. It feels like micro dermabrasion after I use it. I know Doc loves that too.
Well,
Yeah,
everything in the skincare everything we make in the skincare line is good. We test it. We have come up with the concept. We have chemists and PhDs and come up with the concept, and we try it and change it around a little bit. When it's perfected, it goes out to about 30 spas for their testing. Make sure there's no allergic reactions and things like that. But everything we make is either botanical or something from the sea. There's nothing in there that's not natural or organic.
So since it's all natural, it's safe for children. Yes.
Yes. And so is the hypochlorous. My daughter used it for diaper rash. It got rid of diaper rash so fast that we use it for hand sanitizer, and just plain out. When you start using it on your face and your skin, Susan will tell you, it's heaven. You'll notice a difference in a couple of weeks. It will erase acne. Like if you use it for acne on your face, maybe for about 4 or 5 days, typically a very bad case of acne will go away in 4 days, and then you can just regulate it. When you start to see it break out, you just spray a little bit on there and don't touch it. Just let it dry, and that's all you got to do. There's no 3-step program or anything like that. It's simple.
No, and there's spas that use it. Bill had gone to this one spa, and the young lady at the desk there had a really bad case of acne, and he gave her a bottle of it, and her skin started to heal in a few days. So, and Bill, would you get into some of the different cleansers and skin care products that we have?
Before he does that, if you'd like, I could respond to the last person's comment, because it was an excellent comment.
Good.
About I thought some germs are good. That's exactly correct.
Yeah.
So we have a healthy, what I would call microbiome, and sometimes I've done lectures on this on your virome. So we do have viruses that are considered safe and healthy and part of our makeup, as well as other organisms like bacteria and even things like yeast. We have some yeast normally in certain parts of the body, and the balance of these organisms, right, in the other areas of the body, like in the vagina, in the stomach, in the nose, we have different microbiomes. And those organisms, if they're in the right balance, are actually there to keep everything in check. And they are communicating with one another in the body, sending signals. And some of these organisms have enzymes they make that we need, that we don't make for certain processes. So the thing about hypochlorous is it's also something that our own white blood cells make, that Bill mentioned. So we benefit from the hypochlorous in that it's neutralizing what we would call a pathogen, which is an organism that we don't want to have in the body, particularly at a higher than normal level. And so if you're exposed to one of these pathogens, let's say influenza, even if we get away from COVID's another example. And Bill's right, it's respiratory viruses that are transmitted through the nose. And so if we are exposed and we breathe it in, or it's in the and that's why we have the little hairs in our nose that help deal with this and keep the germs we don't want out. But if they start making its way into the mucous membrane and replicating, then you want something on board or around that's immediately there, because it takes time for white cells to come to an area and release the hypochlorous from our own body. So if you have something immediately to neutralize then that's effective in preventing it from getting down into your respiratory tract where you don't want it. But hypochlorous does not impair or injure healthy microbiome, and that's the benefit. Whereas things like hand sanitizer and alcohol, you may be damaging the skin by drying it out and affecting, especially if you put that kind of substance or chemical in places on your body, affecting healthy microbiome that you don't want. That's why antibiotics that tend to kill off a lot of organisms, some healthy organisms, we tend to get yeast infections after. That's because it is affecting that healthy microbiome. But things like hypochlorous and ozone, they don't do that. They're actually beneficial to those healthy microbes.
Yes.
Okay.
Couldn't have said it better myself. I wanted to show you real quick what Susan was talking about.
Okay, I'll bring it back up.
We gave this this to a girl who had bad acne in one of the spas that we make products for, and in 4 days, here's a before and after picture in 4 days.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
And this is somebody I took the picture, so it does work amazing for acne for younger people, and everybody should have some in their house for everything.
Yeah, and I was going to say, when I go on trips, I bring a bottle of the hypochlorous with me, and I spray it. If I'm staying in a hotel, you know how we all feel, and I stay at the better hotels too. But I'll spray it on the bedding, in the bathroom, in the room, and it kills any any germs whatsoever that may be there.
Yep.
That housekeeping, we can't always trust their housekeeping, these hotels, and we don't want to suspect, But seriously, when you travel and you come home, you feel a little icky, so I bring a bottle of it with me.
Yes. Yes, it'll fix the rash. No, hypochlorous.
Okay.
I guess we can move over to the organic gardening if you want, just for a minute.
Sure.
So,
organic gardening. Here.
Not only, I'm a veteran. We're a veteran-owned small business. We don't sell in big stores. There are and one of the things that we talk to our customers on the phone. It's a kind of a weird concept, but when they call, we answer, and 7 days a week mostly. And one of the things that they all have in common is that we all don't know if there's going to be a food shortage, if there's a fuel shortage, there might be a food shortage. What goes into our food, is it really organic? A lot of people are questioning that right now. And so we put together a true organic gardening kit. It's a kit. It comes with a toolkit with about 83 different tools in there that you can use. A book that teaches you how to do it, and then 30 certified serial numbered organic vegetables and fruits, seeds that go in there, an indoor greenhouse, an organic topsoil, and organic fertilizer. And it's everything you need to start your own gardening. And we also have a farmer on our staff that can help you if you have any questions that can't get answered by the book. And that's a big seller, believe it or not. I didn't think it was going to be, because we did the stupid thing and we released it in the wintertime. But now that spring's coming, people are starting to get interested in it now. So
yeah, and those tell her about the seeds, how different they are from others that you would buy at a house and garden.
Well, they're certified organic. They have a serial number on there. They're regulated by the regulatory that does farming and organics and things like that, organic foods. They're hybrid seeds, and you get up to, in some of the seeds you get in one pack, you get up to 200 of them. A lot of the bigger seeds, a little bit smaller, but it's every kind of vegetable. It's cilantro, tomatoes, you name it. It's in that pack. So you can fool around with it. You can. There's a little place where you can germinate 12 sets of seeds on that indoor greenhouse, and you can transfer it into your backyard if you would like to do that. But it's a really nice kit. We're growing some stuff right now at my house, so I'm starting to take pictures so I can post them on the website, but we have to wait until it works. We have to wait until it blooms.
Yes. So made in America products for all organic, plant-based, for people that really care about their health and looking out for their wellness.
Well,
Yeah.
we're becoming a wellness company. And in fact, I'm working with Dr. Elia on some initiatives. And one of the ones that we are working with now is, and Susan, you can pronounce this for me.
I can't even see it.
It's nattokinase.
The nattokinase, yeah.
Yeah. So nattokinase, the reason we brought that on, I've been taking that for a number of years. It improves your circulation, blood pressure. It's really a good supplement. And recently they did a study and they found that it's one of the only things that kills the spike protein. So that's also something that the customers were interested in, because they were always calling me saying, does the hypochlorous kill the spike protein? But, if you don't know where it is, it's hard to, just spray it in the air. So this we sell this in a bundle that comes with the 60 tablets. It comes with a nasal spray. It comes with an 8-ounce hypochlorous and a 4-ounce hypochlorous. So it's a good complete bundle.
Yeah, I just want to jump in right quick, because a couple of people are saying, I'm not interested in this. Why are you talking about this? This doesn't relate to geopolitics. And I do understand that a lot of us are so concerned about, the war and politics and XRP and all the money we're going to get. The reason for bringing this type of information is I really don't know how you can enjoy your wealth if you're not in good health. And so to me, it makes perfect sense, especially after we've had a worldwide pandemic that shut down the world because of certain sicknesses. It makes perfect sense to me for those who are interested to hear about all natural products that can keep you healthy so you can enjoy your wealth, as well as natural seeds that are organic, don't have what GMO and all those unhealthy things in them, so that you can grow your own garden. Because when Walmart and all these grocery stores shut down, and many of them will, somebody can attest to that, stocks are declining. The market is crashing. When these stores and some of these big entities shut down, if you're proactive and you're interested, you can have some of these things in your possession. What do you all think about that?
Well, and I can appreciate that. One person speaking for many, it doesn't, everybody has their own opinion, and we're here just to offer solutions.
Yeah.
And while we wait, a watch pot never cooks. So
Absolutely.
We have to find a solution while we're waiting. Go ahead, Bill.
One thing I want to add is that, most likely we'll see another one of these pandemics, and hopefully not, but we will probably. And you're going to want to know about this and the hypochlorous when that does come. I mean, that's going to keep you, safe.
Well,
something that I'm seeing right now is most of the people who see me did not receive the COVID vaccine, but I have family members and other people I know personally who have. But even those that are seeing me for general health reasons are experiencing problems because of either past COVID infection or living with a person and being around a person regularly who has received several COVID jabs and boosters. And those problems are very, very real and significant. And there are lots of things we can be doing to prevent them. I'll give you a good example. A dear friend of mine who was a physician who I trained with years ago was killed, and it's a tragedy. Her mother is in her 80s and is like a second mother to me. She lives in Connecticut, and her husband is vaccinated and boosted. She is not. She's a very, very good health, or was in her 80s, and is very mindful about what she eats, who she's around, all of this. Nonetheless, she now has a lung clot. And in my entire career, I've never seen a lung clot, nor have I been trained or taught that someone gets a lung clot out of nowhere in their 80s. Usually there would need to be an underlying risk. like you've been in bed for a long time, you've been traveling, you've got an underlying cancer, something of that sort. You don't just get a clot in your lung. You might in your leg, but not in your lung like that. And she was having shortness of breath and cough for a couple of months, and it wasn't making sense. And her doctor did a blood test called a D-dimer, which is what we're starting to now use. It's a non-specific test we've used for years to look for. We normally would do it in the emergency room when someone presents to the emergency room with concerns of a clot. Sometimes during an infection, it can be positive. And that D-dimer, it turns out a lot of doctors are running that test now and finding that the vaccinated population, a high percentage, have a positive D-dimer walking around right now in the community. And so do people living closely with persons vaccinated. And maybe if you have an active COVID infection and you've got a clot somewhere. So she had a positive D-dimer that was high, and then went on for a CAT scan of her chest and shows she does have clots in her lungs. So now she's on blood thinners. And actually, Eliquis, the commonly used medication in conventional medicine for the clot, may not be effective. And they're finding in conventional medicine it's not fully working because this particular clot from COVID and from the jab has all this rubbery fibrin stuff in there. And you might be seeing pictures of this from different doctors who are out there talking about it, like Dr. Ryan Cole, a pathologist, talking about what he's seeing in people who've expired with clots. And these are not the same exact kind of clots we're used to seeing that are normally bloody and you can break them up. This has other rubbery fibrin stuff in it that's hard to break up. So you could say nattokinase or nattokinase. I know you guys are saying, but actually any kind of enzyme that's in the body normally ends with ACE, like nattokinase. And so they're finding from the study that one study we're aware of that was done is that when this fermented soybean product is placed in a culture medium where there is an active clot with spike protein, it seems to be dissolving it. And actually, it seems to be working in 3 ways. And so that's exciting because that's a natural food product item that you can take as a supplement. And it's a solution to help people overcome these horrible things that are happening. And I'm seeing every week another case of something strange that's related to this pandemic that we've been going through. And so we're trying to give people solutions to help them get through this.
Yeah, we also have a doctor friend. He's a chiropractor, and he's been receiving attacks from shedding on his body, problem after problem after problem. And he's not alone. There's other doctors and health practitioners, but not just them. The average person. How do you know if you go to the grocery store who touched that basket before you? They're not cleaning them anymore. And you just don't know. You could be in the drugstore or the school. You just don't know. And even though we know it was a pandemic, there's aspects of it. We're getting these shedding from the bioweapon, from those that have been jabbed. That's where it's coming from. So we have to protect ourselves. And so we come in the name of love to offer solutions. And that's part of the geopolitical problem, listeners. It's part of it. So we're here to protect you, only if you choose.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I always advocate for people to question everything. When the patient I was talking about, the grandmother who went to the hospital with the clot in the lung, one doctor after the other kept coming in, drilling her with the same questions and scratching their heads to figure out how did she get a lung clot. And finally, her daughter said, she lives with her husband who's vaccinated and boosted. And have you heard of shedding? And he said, no, I don't know what that is. And she said, well, you need to understand it because you're going to be seeing more of this. And I understand it because I've been researching it. And she was educating her doctor and doctors about, some of them don't know and some of them do know.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, we have a epidemic, and we don't know what kind of things are going to go on as we're waiting for this event. I
Yeah.
heard it could be put off till June.
Mm.
You know, the EBS could go anywhere from April till June. We can't just sit around. What if the bad guys launch another virus attack on us or
That's right.
something? We don't know.
Yeah.
So we have to get ready to be ready. That's part of it.
And I think too, Susan and I have a friend who passed away
Mm.
about a month ago. He did not receive the jab, but he had recent surgery, heart surgery, and he took a blood. He received blood
Transfusion.
transfusion. Thank you. And he,
Mm.
after the surgery, was doing quite well for a few weeks, and then started getting problems in the lung and died acutely with coughing up all kinds of clots. So we don't know exactly what happened. It is suspicious or suspect that maybe he received a blood product from a vaccinated person.
Mm.
His knowledge, he wasn't vaccinated, and he was in his 60s. So he was waiting for the blessing as well, and was counseling and helping people get educated about the blessing. So there are real tragedies still causing problems for us that we need to be aware of and have solutions and help one another, teach one another what's working.
Yeah. So, and that's why we're here. We want to be helpful because, like I said, we come in the name of love. These are solutions. And we don't know if we're going to need them. I use these products. We all use these products.
Mm.
We're every time we turn around, we're on pause. We have to wait,
Right.
And no, we're all excited to start our humanitarian projects, but these products will be part of my humanitarian
Mm.
projects, and many other people I know will be using these products.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm really interested in the skincare regimen because I've seen so many skincare regimens, and they have so many ingredients in them that I don't even understand. I don't even know how to pronounce. But if I can find a skincare regimen that has all organic, natural products, then I feel more comfortable putting that on my skin. I don't want anything on my skin that I can't put it inside my mouth.
Well,
Yeah.
all the stuff we make is purpose driven. So, whether you have a dry skin or you have blemishes or something like that, everything we started with the purpose first before we built the product. As far as the hypochlorous, that's probably one of the best skin care things you can use on your face. But what's so amazing about it is, you can spray it in your eyes and in your mouth and everything like that. It doesn't hurt. But it's scientifically proven as far as a antivirus is it's 80 times the strength of bleach. But it's so safe that if you drank some of it, you wouldn't even have to go to the doctor. It's all in a electrolyzation process of salt and water.
Okay.
But Bill, we ladies like to have moist skin too, and a moisturizer and a cleanser. This is a cleanser, but for those who really want their skin line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then there are options here, like the moisturizer I love is the aloe with the orchid and other goodies in there. And like to your point, Dr. Kia, actually skin products are not regulated for the most part in our country and have not been touched for like 100 years, regulations on it. And so it is very sad and pathetic. In Europe, they ban about 1,400 chemicals from being allowed in skin products. That is not done in the United States.
Right.
So you might go to a high-end place and buy a high-end plant-based product, but it has chemicals in there. And they do that not necessarily to be hurting us, but if we just want to think positively, but maybe they're in there because for shelf life, or they want the product to hold on your skin and withstand sweating and other things. However, those chemicals are big, some of them are carcinogens and big hormone disruptors.
Yes.
And we don't realize that. And that we're putting on our babies, even.
Yeah.
Moisturizers, baby bath wash that we think Johnson & Johnson baby bath wash is safe and stuff like that. It actually isn't. It's full of a lot of garbage, and they're allowed to not tell us because there's no regulation around it. So it is, to your point, Dr. Kia, excellent to know when you're reading the ingredients, oh, those are real plants and foods products that I could eat, because your skin is a large organ and it's absorbing into your body what you put on it.
Yeah, and I love the new, what is it, the coconut?
Yeah.
The coconut cleanser.
Yeah, the coconut milk and honey cleanser. Yeah, that's something we just made not too long ago.
Ooh,
Yeah.
we can't wait to get some of that.
Where's that? Is that here? One of these products here to the left?
Yeah,
But there's a sign in front of it. It's one of the top. See the top 4 up top? Those
Four.
are, no, I mean you had. I mean in that picture.
Oh, yes.
Top 4
Okay.
that are right there.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the cleansers we have, and the cleansers are really, really good. If you're not satisfied with, I mean, thrilled with what you buy, we give you an immediate refund. It's not we don't even ask questions.
Okay.
yeah, and the
We have a
moisturizer.
100% 5-star rating on Google. So
Wow.
as far as reviews, not even a 4. We have all 5s.
That's perfect. Wow. And they also have a testimonials section here too. That's pretty impressive.
And it's not expensive at all. I'm really shocked that these products are not. They're not expensive.
No, I've seen like $29, and I can tell you, I went to a high-end store because I thought they would have the best products, and I was like, yes, I'll take that. When they told me how many hundreds of dollars I was like, no, I have to buy groceries.
I know. It's ridiculous. Listen, everybody's hurting. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor, a dentist, any professional, everybody's hurting. We're living through biblical times, everybody. We are.
Yeah.
There's plagues in the Bible it talks about. These are part of the plagues that we're going through. Earthquakes, tornadoes, floods. We're seeing it all. And not to mention the plague of the bioweapon, which is the most egregious. And part
And people
of
are telling me, excuse me, Mother. People are telling me that they're still seeing things being sprayed in the air. So I don't know if it's chemtrails or if it's something to neutralize the chemtrails, but it's a concern. So I'm wondering, if those harmful things get in our body, don't we need to find a remedy to get?
Well, we do. And thank you for bringing that up, because I wanted to mention that. About 15 years ago, I was researching on what today is called Morgellons disease, and everybody has it. We all have it. And some people have those little white dots on their skin. It's almost hard to see, but they've been making our skies like the gas chamber with the aluminum, barium, and strontium that's pumped up into the air. Now, I know that Trump started cleaning the air, but who knows with this past, what's been going on, in the last couple of years, I can't tell you. But we do have, once all those patents come out, we'll all be cleaned up. But how long is it going to take? Is it going to be this year or next year? Every year, every month, people are dying. A lot of people die from the shedding. So that's why this is a perfect solution to these problems, and I've actually taught a lot of doctors about the Morgellons disease, which is a ramification from the weaponized chemtrails and contrails. I've done shows, radio broadcasts on this through a decade and a half. They're nothing new. It's just that people are waking up to what's been done the last couple decades to us.
Yeah, I hadn't heard of that.
Oh, yeah. And Doc, if you want to elaborate, but I'm a researcher. I'm an investigative researcher. Besides being Mother Price, I'm a writer, and I've been out there investigating and whistleblowing too in some aspects. So, and I've been honored to work with some really great doctors that have worked on these things.
She
So,
can testify. She said, Dragonfly 17 said that her husband had hard white dots.
yeah. Yeah, it's been going on for years. So everybody now that's just waking up, it's, where were you 10 and 15 years ago? Think of that at that time frame. You were still undergoing that. So we have to, and listen, you can't even lose weight when your body's holding all these metals. And, that's part of the problem. So these metals, they're spraying them, and they get into our eggs, the chicken we eat. As they hit the ground, they get into our plants. So all these other remedies that we use help heal, because when it gets into the skin, which is the largest organ in the body, it's healing in that aspect.
And the
So-
skin is a reflection of the lungs and the health of the lungs.
Yeah.
Think about a smoker with the, skin showing they're smoking. That's why. And so when your skin starts showing rashes and things, it might be an indication. And it's also a reflection of what your large bowel looks like. That's your colon. So if your skin's having a lot of trouble and your lungs are having trouble, your large bowel may be also. And so you may not be absorbing things as well. But anything we're putting on our skin that we can minimize, getting more toxins in the body is a benefit. And I've heard people asking about the neck and the other blemishes.
Yes.
Besides what we've talked about, there is a vitamin C serum and a rose serum, and they're both excellent for those sorts of things because the serum goes a little further and it's very moisturizing, but it has antioxidant in it with the rose or the C, and you can use both if you wish. And those are in the skin collection of items that he has on the website. Bill has
And
it.
Okay.
stem cell, orchid stem cell with aloe and green tea. We use an organic green tea in that, which is an antioxidant. That's where, and makes it smell nice. We don't use any perfumes or anything like that. So
That's the moisturizer I use. But
That
then
was on
also
that was on the.
serums.
Let me see.
Mhm.
Let me see if I could find it.
If you
That
go to
was on-
shop, Dr. Kia on the top, if you go to shop,
you just go to
Okay.
moisturizers.
and
Shop
then
right
you
here.
go- yes.
No, natural skincare, and then go over to moisturizers.
Natural skincare.
Everything's categorized really nice.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's the one on the left. Go down a little bit. Scroll down right there in the left. It says right there. It says
Orchid
stem
stem cell.
cell. Yeah.
That's
And
a great
aloe.
price.
Aloe is a
Wow.
wonderful remedy.
It is a great price. And
Mm.
also, we also have something for the dogs, because our animals are part of the family,
Okay.
which, we can show you after this.
We sell more for dogs, I think, in hypochlorous than anything else because
Hypochlorous for pets. I see it right here.
it does a miracle on your on pet skin and pet's
Wow.
fur and the pet bed. If you don't want to wash your dog because you're up north in the snow, not lucky like us down here, that your dog
Oh,
doesn't
that's-
get a bath. So you spray this on the dog and it kills all the bacteria that causes that smell.
Wow.
And
It's
not
great
just,
for any kind of wounds on the pets and safe and
Kills all
kids
wounds, yeah.
wounds for kids too.
Mm.
yeah, burns, all that. Did you find the pet center on there? Everything's really well
Pet center.
organized.
Well, it's going to get better. It's not done yet. Tomorrow will be done. It'll be totally organized. We just had too many products there.
Mm.
Well, when you click Hypochlorous for Pets, Dr. Kia, it brings
Yes.
you to a new website, and then you got to kind of
Oh, okay.
it opens in a new window, so you have to share that screen to what I mean.
Actually-
Oh, I thought I was there, so I could see it, but you guys
Clicked
couldn't.
it. Oh yeah, it just
Now
didn't. You
go
might
to
have
shop,
to
go
pull
to
that
shop.
down and
Stop. Okay.
And then
Oh.
that's
she's
part of
pulling it up properly, but she has to pull this site off and share the new site.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? On
Okay.
your StreamYard, or just let people know.
Okay. I just let people know.
But like my dog was hit by a car and she had a large abrasion across her belly,
Mm.
and I just used hypochlorous and else spray on there, and it healed up very quickly in a couple of days. Veterinarians approve the hypochlorous for pets and recommend it.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
yeah, horses, cow, any type of an animal that
Mhm.
has abrasions, it's good for the animal
Yeah.
and children as well.
Yes.
It's great for ant bites, which I get a lot of in Florida and Alabama when I have flip flops on.
Yes.
And it's great to takes the sting out pretty quickly and helps it heal quickly, so you're not with a big sausage toe all day.
Wow.
And it also works on burns. It healed a
Yeah.
burn, heals burns like overnight.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and that's called Curativa Bay. I'm going to put up that website.
I just put it in the private chat. If
Oh,
you go
okay.
there and you see that it's the right way for people to go on it,
Okay.
and your code
Okay.
is Kia.
Okay.
AIA.
That's very simple.
Discount promo code.
All you have to do is copy what I put in the private.
Okay, I got it, Mother.
And but for those listeners, I understand you geopolitical people out there. That's why I'm called the quantum warrior. I get it.
Yeah.
But we have to have something for everybody, because us alone, this is the collective consciousness.
Mhm.
It's not the selfie kind of consciousness.
Yeah. Yes.
So we have to address everybody and our concerns and share our ideas with everybody.
Absolutely. And some people used to tell me, that I talked about gold a lot and silver, and I do. And they were like, that's important, but what about your health? Your health is your wealth. So
Well,
I listened and I was like, you're right. I can't only talk about money.
well, and that's why my Monday show is geopolitical and my
Okay.
Wednesday is Wellness Wednesday. I
Mm.
break it up. That's why the
Okay.
quantum in me is the healing, but the warrior is geopolitical. But,
Nice.
it's only as good as we are. What are you doing to contribute to the cause, the mission? We all have to contribute.
Yeah.
Some people can't just contribute. Everybody has to in some way.
And the good thing is you'll never have to go around on the website. When you want to talk to us, our phone number's right there. We answer the phone. So,
Yeah.
which I hate. I'm almost 70 years old, so I do not like to go on. Even if I have a problem with something, usually I don't even bother with it because I know I'd be there for 2 hours just trying to find out how to talk to somebody.
Mm.
Bill loves talking to the callers. He loves it.
They're us. These are us. These are
Yeah.
our people. I mean, we have the kindest customer base, and I could never imagine. Just
Yeah.
amazing, actually.
They're all patriots,
Mhm.
and they're just amazing people from all over the country. So,
That's wonderful.
yeah, so there it is.
There it is, family. Thank you, Mother. And I wanted to ask the audience if they have any other questions
Yeah.
before we end the show, because you have Mother here who has been in this industry for a long time, and you have the inventor of the products. This is amazing. And a medical professional that has, done investigative research on these products as well as using them. And she understands and understands how the body works. So if you have questions, this is a wonderful time before we close the show. Let's see, somebody's talking about black seed oil. And
I love black seed oil.
Actually,
Love
we're gonna be offering that next. We're already looking at it.
that is all through the Bible. Black seed oil has a lot of profound biblical roots and a lot of wonderful properties for the immune system and the cardiovascular and the skin. Yes.
and hair. What's the
And
quantum
hair.
frequencies?
Yeah.
Quantum frequencies for
That's
healing.
excellent. That's excellent. Like 432 hertz, 528. Those
Yeah.
are very good heart frequencies.
Mm.
They're very soothing.
Good to meditate
417. What?
Good
What's
to
that?
meditate too.
Good to
Yeah.
meditate too, yeah, and calmness in our body. hmm
Beautiful.
Yeah, we're all very spiritual. All of us on this show, we're very spiritual people. So,
Love those oils too. Awesome
Yeah,
for wounds.
frankincense and myrrh. Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Those are
skin.
biblical. They're biblical.
Very.
Yes, I recall.
Mhm.
Well, that's what the three kings brought to
Yeah.
the birth of Christ.
Yeah.
And
Yes,
what is
great
that
for dogs.
question about
Frankincense.
dogs and cats?
So
Yeah.
frankincense and myrrh for the dog. Oh, okay, for your
Well,
dog.
the hypochlorous is for the cats and dogs.
Yes.
The hypochlorous.
Yeah.
What about tea tree oil?
Yeah, that's great for the scalp too and the skin. Yes. I love those oils. And I love, you could do frankincense and myrrh and a little bit of helichrysum. It's from a
Yes.
flower.
Yeah, that's
And you mix that and put it on your joints, and it's nice for pain.
Wow.
I love the anointing with the oil. Great idea.
I wonder
Yeah,
how you do that.
I've used the oils for 35 years in my old practice. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And someone asked about hemp milk. It corrects the DNA. Rod
Hemp
says.
is so good for you. It's just, there's 1,000 different ways that we can use hemp products.
I think I was talking to Prime Minister yesterday, and he was talking about a CBD drink that he has. I think he said, and he was telling me then that hemp and CBD, it's been marketed as being something that's, not useful, but that it can actually serve as medicinal purpose.
Well, let me tell you, what president was it? Bill, do you know? Back when Big Pharma was growing big in the early 1900s, my great grandmother and her family, they grew up on hemp oil. It's one of the most healing things for your body and the endocannabinoid system. Turning on the receptors of our body. It was in everybody's medical medicine cabinet in the bathroom. And then it got outlawed. I mean, they stopped using it. You couldn't use it. You couldn't buy it anywhere.
A lot of people think it's just marijuana or something.
Yeah.
But people, that's
I went through that one time.
That's true.
That's ignorance. But and Dr. Alaya and I are talking to somebody about some things along that order too. The very, very healing, and it also will get people off the drugs.
Wow.
So there's, well, that's a whole separate show.
Okay. Yes. Well, I'm one of those ignorant people because I told Prime yesterday, I said, I would love to, drink. I'm a coffee drinker. I would love to drink something that could cure my body. I said, but I don't want to take hemp or anything that's in marijuana.
But that's what people think. But they make rope out of hemp. They make clothing out of hemp. Do you know when you grow hemp, it has a Pac-Man effect on the ground. It eats up and scavengers all the debris in the ground.
No.
Oh my goodness. There's just people need to educate themselves on that.
Yeah, he was saying it heals the environment. Wow.
And it heals your body and turns on the receptors within your body. So there's a lot that's going to be coming out in the next few months. But like I said, we can't just sit and be idle because we're in a push-pull rhythm right now with what's going on with the RV. Hopefully, I was told that the RV was going to start during Ramadan, which starts on the 22nd of the month of March, which is tomorrow, all the way till the 20th of April. So is that a whole month we got to wait for Iraq to get their numbers straight? We don't know. And then after that, how long is it going to be?
Speaking of
April.
Yes, speaking of Iraq, Mother, I just saw a video. I think it came on early this morning. I didn't finish watching it. That they said that the Iraqi rate increased to $6.80. So I need to go and watch that, and make sure, and do some more research. So they're continuing to revalue their currencies based on the resources that their country has. But in the interim, we have to cure ourselves. We have to feed our families. We can't wait on other people to save us.
No, we can't. And I heard the same thing you did. And I heard that it could go up to from $11 to $17 for that matter. I heard that. But now the window is moved from now till June,
Hmm.
March, April, May, June. So, and I know a lot of us are just month to month paying our bills and hoping and praying that we can get through it.
Absolutely.
So a lot of humility goes a long way, right?
Amen. I actually heard a long time ago from someone who was a part of the farmers claims that the rate could go all the way up to $100. And I was saying this when people were like, no, it's going to be 15 cents. But we see they're talking about $6 now. So we don't know how much the rate is going to increase. But I just keep saying in the interim, we have to take care of ourselves and each other and go around the government the best that we can, because we're sovereign. We have power within ourselves to cure ourselves. Nature gives us everything we need to sustain ourselves.
Well, then, not to mention our thoughts. When Bill mentioned meditation, because I know the three of us do that.
Yes.
Bill and I and Dr. Kia, and you probably do too. But even praying is a form of meditation.
Mm.
And visualization. We can create our own world, yes. And these are powerful days of manifestation with this new moon. You want to manifest your dreams. Now's a perfect day, today and tomorrow, to do dream boards too and put that together. And I'm going to take an hour or two today myself at some point and work on a few things of manifestation. Because
we should do a show about manifestation.
We could do a show.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Alaya and I would get a girls forum together and do a show on it.
That sounds fun.
But healing is all about the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial. It's all one thing. We can't just chop ourselves off at the knees and say, I only want to talk about money and this, because our life has a balance. We have to address every area of our life for that balance. Balance is healing, is balance.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And you might not need some information now, but it might be useful later on.
Yeah, definitely. So, Doc, did you have any last final words?
No, well said, all of you. Thank
Bill,
you.
what say you?
I have nothing more to say.
Well, I know that I'll speak for Bill, that he's grateful and we're grateful to take this time to present this solution, this health and wellness solution, to your listeners who we love. You have the best list followers. And, this is just a solution of health and wellness, one of many. And what I always tell people, eat the meat and spit out the bones. If it doesn't apply to you, move along. I mean, not everything's for everybody all the time.
Yes.
But we hope it helped.
And I thank you all so much for taking time out of your very busy schedules. All of us that are working here have something that we do. Some of you are working in your professions as well as sharing information like this. So I'm so grateful. Thank you very, very much. I hope you'll come back.
Thanks for having us on. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much, Dr.
And I'll just say, anybody that is interested, follow the link that we have and use the code KIA.
Yes.
For the discount.
Absolutely. And then Mother Thursday, we're going to have something for our geopolitical family, right?
Yes,
and humanitarians.
You better believe it, guys. We're going to do the humanitarian project. I'm going to help you outline your project so that when you go in and, you have a real nice, pretty picture and a 3-minute elevator spiel to show them this is my project and present it to them. Or projects, all of us here have several projects. And I'll bring all of mine, and I'll bring a pocketbook that I could fit my little folder in. But they may not want to see all of it. But, it's better to have more than not enough, right? Mm-hmm. So, get a pen and paper ready. and write down, take some notes. And in the meantime, think of what you want, what your ideas are, what you love to do, because these humanitarian projects are going to be our new careers. And that set this up for our grandchildren as well and our children. Think of things that they're interested in. That's how I picked my projects. I asked my children and grandchildren, you know, if you didn't have to work and you could make money, living a good life and working part-time, what would you want to invest your time into helping humanity? And they told me. So I went with those projects and I created a couple for myself.
Hmm.
So I'm fascinated with the med beds. I would love to be a med bed technician, but I want to use that in my healing for my veterans organization. So think of that and think of names. And they also say there's more power when you have the word quantum
Hmm.
in your, you know, so we could do a 2-part. We can,
Okay.
I could come on and help the listeners do that. And then we could come back in a week and see how they designed theirs based on the wording and do that.
That's so exciting.
Yeah.
I love that. That's a Thursday at 1:00. Is that right, Mother?
Thursday at 11.
Oh, 11. Thank you for telling. Thursday at 11 in the morning, Eastern Standard Time. Mother's going to show us how to do our humanitarian projects and give us how to do the outline, some of the keywords you want to include in there. So when you go to the financial institution, or some people call it a redemption center, wherever it is, you have something to show them. And Mother actually paid for this service. So she knows what she's talking about, right, Mother? You paid.
Well, I paid for it, and me and a couple other pretty big personalities, and they taught us. And we were on for about 6-7 hours.
Hmm.
And they said, now go help people and help them duplicate what you know. And I said, okay. And I've helped probably 100 people already who have helped people, And now I'm at your service. So, and you don't have to pay for it. So
God is good. This is wonderful. Finally, thank you, all three of you. Thank you. But where can they find you? Dr. Elias, is it Elias? Dr. Elias?
Yeah.
Where can the people find you? Elia Green, Dr. Green.
I have a website, eliagreen.com. That's just, and then you can message me through there, or
well, spell it, Elia, because
it is on the screen there. ALAIAGREENE.com. There you go.
Is that it? Okay.
And Bill, you can find him when you at the website you put, and then the phone number is on the website, and he'll answer the calls.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about you, Mother?
I'm always here with you, and they can message me on my email, S for Susan, S.Price for Justice, FOR Justice @gmail.com. And I'm also on Facebook, I'm on Twitter, and I write for AmericaOutloud.com.
Okay. Did you say S period Price, PRICE?
No, S.Price.
Oh, yes, S.Price for the number 4.
No, spell it out.
Oh, spell 4? Oh.
For Justice.
Oh, you are. I don't know.
No, FOR.
For Justice. Okay. .com.
@gmail.com.
Oh, let me do it. Okay, let me do it better.
So it's S.Price
for
Justice @gmail.com.
Got it.
And the for justice means accountability, and that pertains to my son. So S.Price for Justice @gmail.com.
Okay.
And I know that Bill has to get going now.
Okay.
So thank you.
I've had 14 calls since we've been on this.
Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay, thank you very much. We appreciate you all. Thank you, family. I hope we said something and shared something to raise your vibrations and to inspire you to create the most amazing, magnificent life that you desire and deserve. Bye for now. I'll be back later. Peace.
Thank you.
Love you.